This tutorial explains how to complete the user and project settings in QA4LiDAR and their purpose. QA4LiDAR is designed to step through the items in the left menu panel in order. So after a project has been opened and the project summary viewed in the dashboard, you can move to the user settings. The user's full name is required and supply of an email address is recommended. This information is used by the visual check section to handle multiple users. The user information is recorded per QA4LiDAR session within the project database and can be changed during an active session. It is used to track tile sample selection per user and to record which user checked each DEM tile so that clarification of visual check error markup is possible if required. It is also used to ensure that only one automated check session is being run at a time. These details are saved to the user profile for the computer or user and will appear by default if they have been previously filled in. Next is the project settings, including input and processing information. A project extent polygon shapefile is required. This should represent the specified capture extent for the project and be in the same coordinate system as project data. It is then optional but highly recommended to supply the QA4LiDAR tender form or CQT file and QA4LiDAR report form or CQR file. The output folder is where raster and shapefile outputs will be stored. If a check that produces an output file is run a subsequent time, the existing output file for that check will be overwritten. Please ensure that the output location selected is writable and has enough free space for storage, e.g. the DEM mosaic requires about 1/20th the size of the DEM dataset, while other outputs require a relatively small amount of space. The output folder is per project. If there will be multiple users for the project, the output folder needs to be in a location accessible by all, e.g. a network drive. If there will only be one user, it is more efficient to locate the output folder on the local machine or a USB 3 connected external drive. The working directory is where temporary files created during processing will be stored. The working directory is per computer or user. It is highly recommended that the working directory selected is on the local machine or a USB 3 connected external drive so that temporary files are not being created over a network or slow connection. If USB 2 or a slow network connection, processes will run extremely slowly. Please ensure that this working directory is writable and has at minimum the size of the AHD LAS dataset in available space. The working directory is wiped every time a QA session is initiated. Therefore, do not select a directory containing other important files or they will be deleted. The software warns you of this every time the working directory is set. If QA4LiDAR has been run previously, the working directory defaults to the last working directory used on that computer. The Mosaic dataset option allows the user to point to the location of an existing DEM Mosaic dataset within a GEA database if one has been delivered with the project or pre-generated by the user from the project DEM tiles. This will save QA4LiDAR from needing to generate a DEM Mosaic dataset. However, if one does not already exist, this box can be left blank and the Mosaic dataset generated by the software later. If a Mosaic dataset has previously been generated by QA4LiDAR for the project and there has been no change to the project DEM tiles since its creation, the Mosaic dataset directory will already be set to that Mosaic. The project settings can be saved to HTML using the export button. If a new project for the same data needs to be started, these save settings can be imported to save the user time filling them in again manually. Thank you for watching this QA4LiDAR tutorial. For further tutorials, please visit the QA4LiDAR YouTube channel.